across that middle section when he's anticipating the volley on either side is a massive danger. Reads the game quickly, sees it quickly. You add that to the quick hands and the adjustments.
Oh. Well, he's stemmed the flow very nicely here, Ibrahim. 6-2 down.
ElShorbagy just getting a couple of coughs out. Sam Paul, Ibrahim sneaking up now.
Yeah. I mean, he just came out at a blistering pace, Shorbagy, as he does. Looking to take everything very early. Definitely using a bit more height in this last few rallies.
Yeah, it's when he has started to confuse Ibrahim, as he rightly said, it was the change of pace, the height, slowing it slightly. Just do not feel the kind of quick boast and what he's trying to do there. It just plays into the hands of the younger Egyptian. He likes to move quickly onto the ball, Ibrahim. He's very reactive. Obviously loves to initiate as well. In a way, you need to kind of bore him slightly. ElShorbagy will be happy to get that point back on the board and re-establish a 1-point lead. There we go. We've seen that a few times. The old top spin from Ibrahim. Can't help himself. You'd think it's going to be a straight drive. I mean, it's very, very slick. I bet he's practiced a few of them in his time. Oh, it's that movement. Goodness me. Oh, wow, he's really throwing his body into it like he does. Oh! Rally. Yeah, it's a good decision. Line was to the left. Yeah, he needs to calm down. He needs to calm down. See, this is what puts his body in under stress every time. Like the movement, it looks impressive, but the way he moves, it's like a fencer. The back leg, he keeps his foot lateral there and then jabs out. He does it again, and it really puts so much pressure through the pelvis. Oh. It's the right decision. Shorbagy kept himself nice and calm, straight drop. He committed so many lunges. He needs to go and get that.
Absolutely.
Ibrahim's got to go and get that. Very good decision, I feel, originally from Andrea Santamaria.
No late decision upheld. Ibrahim has one review remaining. Hand out 8-7.
It's going to separate the men from the boys as we hit the business end of this first. Shorbagy coughing away. Oh, he's somehow got airtime over Shorbagy.
Stroke to Ibrahim.
Oh, that was fortunate. It had enough height, bizarrely, got over the wingspan, didn't it? It was just enough height to get over the volley, and then Shorbagy was a little bit at sea.
Can we have the music off, please? Thank you.
His music's just gone on, Paul.
8-all.
Just to add to the drama.
Well, it's lived up to expectations so far, Joey.
Well, that is a shocker.
Out 9-8.
Shorbagy clenching his fist. What a gift.
What a time.
Oh, another gift. 2 errors in a row.
10-8.
Mohamed ElShorbagy couldn't serve quick enough here. Game ball. 2 game balls for the former world #1 and defending champion for this event here in Singapore. He does make it hard for himself, Ibrahim, doesn't he? The last 3 points have been dictated by the lefty.
Yeah, just rolls it across the front wall there, saves 1 game ball. This is tense. Absolutely nutted that.
Yes, Paul, yes. Right in the middle of the heat.
That was a crisp strike of the ball, wasn't it? Noise of that coming off his strings.
Yeah, it was
Think
ripping.
beautiful.
Tie break time. It's a poor shot selection there from Ibrahim. Should have gone straight. Turning it back is way off. Shorbagy making use of his wingspan on the forehand volley. Just behind himself. He was always going to be having to cover a lot of territory from that position, Paul.
Yeah. Height and width not quite up to scratch there. A simple finish for Shorbagy.
Third game ball for Mohamed ElShorbagy in this first. Oh, nobody wants to win this first game.
Very often you see an error like that from Shorbagy.
Well, another error into the tin, and Mohamed ElShorbagy faces game ball down. First one here for Ibrahim, 12-11. ElShorbagy doing some work here. Hearing grunting, Paul. Oh, my word.
Oh, my goodness me.
That looked like it was... this looked a little bit dodgy. This looks a little bit dodgy. Unfortunately, you can only appeal the pickups. But that did look like it might have clipped the top of the tin pot. We can hopefully see it.
Yeah, the ball was down.
Yeah, so the ball confirmation was down. So Ibrahim, who calms down after that, we can understand it. Here we have it there, bang. And there. Oh yeah, you can see it rise up. Just clipping the top. Wasn't much in it, but it was enough for it to be cooled down. 18 minutes of blistering squash. We wouldn't expect anything less from these two players, and it's the younger Ibrahim that leads 1-0.
Well, blistering squash is a great descriptive word for this first game here. It was Mohamed ElShorbagy, came out all guns blazing, relentless power, taking that ball so early, getting the pace up, raced away to a 6-2 lead before Ibrahim just started to slowly but surely claw his way back on the scoreboard. ElShorbagy had 3 opportunities to convert the game, didn't manage to do so, and on Ibrahim's first opportunity manages to get that all-important final point on the board. Massive first game here. Well, it's been a busy few hours for Mohamed ElShorbagy in the corner of his brother there. Really looking quite animated, trying to fire his brother up if that's needed.
They will resume in 30 seconds. Ibrahim leads 1-0. Love all. You appealing? Yes, lads. Yeah, you just moved into his line a little bit there.
I just hit my elbow, that's all.
He could have got through to that ball without interference. Love all.
It's well read from ElShorbagy. He was all over that.
And out. 1 love.
Get that onto that back forehand drop rather before it even played it. Good awareness.
That's the problem, though. When it happened at the back end there
1-1.
with Mohamed ElShorbagy, there'd be that kind of quality, and then suddenly a really bizarre mistake. I think physically he's not where he would want to be for various reasons, so he's got to box clever against Ibrahim. to help his cause, giving away gifts like that.
2-1.
One!
Yes, kind of fell into the ball a little bit there,
2-2.
Ibrahim.
Yeah, I won't translate what he said there in Arabic, but it was quite self-motivating, should I say.
Well, a nice little bit of touch there from
3-2.
Shorbagy. Not sure he was wanting to use the sidewall to keep the ball extra short, but it definitely helped the shot.
That is quite beautiful touch from Mohamed ElShorbagy. The adaptability of his game as well. He's not going to sit back and let Ibrahim dictate the play in the front of the court, but he's just making sure he gets the balance right. Again, this is good work, this is better, just slowing it down slightly, using the height, taking Ibrahim a bit out of his comfort zone in that volley range that we saw so much in the first game.
Yeah, I reckon you've hit the nail on the head there, Joey. That's what he wants to do at the early stage of that first game. He tried to get Ibrahim on the back foot out of his comfort zone just through raw power. Just unable to sustain
5-2.
it towards the back end of the game.
Right.
As you say, definitely seeing more variations in pace from the Englishman.
Oh! And always Ibrahim losing his footing.
Yes, lads.
The net ball goes in, he's hit the deck there. I'm just going to get a quick wipe of the court to make sure the surface is safe for the players. Player hits the deck that's perspiring so heavily, hence the toweling down.
Can I ask something? If I didn't hit that body down, would you get that?
That's he's asking.
Exactly. So
There was interference.
he asked after I played the shot though.
Thank you.
So enough interference team for a let ball.
5-2, right side.
See one of the fans there really enjoying that exchange. Yeah, it certainly was. Drop off mentally here from Ibrahim, winning such a tough first game.
Yeah, I agree. So, a couple of freebies in that.
Really wild. Just watching that, it's a massive strength zone for Ibrahim around that mid-court on the left-hand side, and he's walloped it back on himself, and this is really disappearing away. Rather than making the first part of this second game really, really tough physically and mentally, he's backed off, and Shorbagy's chomping at the bit again.
Down. 8-2, left side. Yes, let's. 8-2. Thank you.
Well, very honest there from ElShorbagy.
And out. 3-8.
Beautiful finish.
And out.
It's been a very
9-3.
calculated response, I feel, from Mohamed ElShorbagy in the second game. Less about the ferocious power, just about finding accuracy, keeping his opponent at arm's
And
length.
out. 4-9. Down.
It's another error.
And out. 10-4. Game ball.
Yeah, he's hit the towel box there, Ibrahim, and a massive change, and it's a wealth of game balls for Shorbagy to equalise. All the energy's kind of gone out of Ibrahim. It's quite weird. So Mohamed ElShorbagy gets on the scoreboard in this round 2 encounter here in Singapore. After losing a very tight, hard-fought first game, he responds with a slightly different tactic, but also a massive drop in focus from Ibrahim. All is level at 1 game all after 30 minutes.
The bad news is that the gradual loss of muscle mass or sarcopenia can affect when enforcing foreign.
Well, it was a classy performance in that second game. Brilliant response from Mohamed ElShorbagy. If there's one thing we know about this great champion, is that he can find a way. Came out with a very different tactic in that second game, and Youssef Ibrahim didn't quite have a response to it, and by the end of that game, looking very disillusioned with what's going on around him. Shorbagy has hit back hard here in the second game.
Play will resume in 60 seconds.
Well, Youssef Ibrahim there, deep in thought, left to his own devices in his corner.
Yeah, I mean, the moral of the tale for him is to slightly adjust with the tempo that Shorbagy's trying to change up, but also stop hitting the tin. I mean, it's as basic as that. Way, way too many errors. He needs to knuckle down and put some foundation in this third game. He's pretty complacent, and no matter what's kind of
Play will resume in
going on
30
with Mohamed
seconds.
ElShorbagy, he will find a way, as always, to get a result. So a fascinating third game coming up now, Paul.
Yeah, well, we knew it was going to be
15
an
seconds.
intriguing encounter, and it's certainly been that. It's going to be very interesting to see how Ibrahim responds here.
One game all. Shorbagy to serve. La ball.
It's like a short game.
And out. 1 love. 1-1. Yes, let. Mr. Shorbagy, you need to make sure you're clear and just let him through, okay?
I thought he was going behind
Just
me.
quite a bit of interference, just a little bit more effort to make sure he can get through.
I didn't mean that at all, actually. I obviously didn't mean that. I was sorry, I didn't mean that.
1-1.
Frustrated with himself there.
2-1.
Complete miscue.
Down. 3-1.
Well, again, that all came from a superb lift from Shorbagy.
4-1. Right.
Yeah, nice early lead once again for him. That's a great shot. Didn't even see that. It was invisible.
5-1.
Clever
Stunning.
work from Shorbagy.
Down. And out. 2-5. Yes, let.
Oh, he wanted to go
2-5.
through and play that.
Player review.
Yeah, it's worth the review here. For me, Ibrahim's really flying through and wants to play this. Some heavy movements from Mohamed ElShorbagy.
Yeah, he was definitely on the end of the rally there.
Yeah. Oh, feel that there's a lot of interference going into it. Like the racket arm of Ibrahim, although he puts it round Mohamed ElShorbagy, there's a lot of kind of contact there through. And the shot's not the best, so this is a good shout from Ibrahim. But he's not going to get what he wants, which is a stroke. It's a let ball, so it's upheld.
2-5.
Tempo's gone up again in this rally. Almost like
3-5.
Ibrahim's snapped into focus again. Just fired up there. Oh, that's very nice. That is very nice. See him do it time and time again off the bounce, but that time on the volley, Joey. Seen him do that much?
No, not at all. Winds up for it, could go anywhere. Popping it in the front corner. That ball is looking... well, the ball is looking really quite...
Grey.
yes, ball. I think the ball needs a bit of a wipe over.
Is it blood or sweat?
No, just a little scratch.
Okay. Can
Oh,
you clean the ball, please?
Mohamed's got a scratch on his hand, so although the ball does look a little bit grey, it's to do with the scratch on Mohamed's hand. From what I thought I heard him say, it's okay. Don't know what you heard. Did you think you heard that as well?
I don't recall it, but I'm going to take your word for it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just a little scratch. It's not on his playing
Thank
hand.
you.
Ibrahim. Oh wow, he's got some serious
We need to
blood
get that
on.
stopped, Mr. ElShorbagy, yeah?
Yeah, he's
Mr. ElShorbagy has a self-inflicted blood injury. Can we have the physio, please?
see on his t-shirt, he's obviously picked the wrong kit for this
Has
situation.
5
Mohamed
minutes
ElShorbagy.
to stop the bleeding.
He's got blood all over his t-shirt from the hand scratch. Maybe when he put his hand down numerous times.
Yeah, I will get someone.
And
Can
Ibrahim
we
just wanting that
have
ball
someone with a wet cloth to clean the ball, please?
cleaned up and back to a fresh white colour. Fresh white kit is now being ruined by the blood. And it's right on the hand. Luckily it's not on his playing hand because that can get awkward with strapping. I think it's from putting his hand down when he lunges. Non-playing hand, sometimes the players do use it to stabilise.
Well, I'll tell you what, Joey, whilst I was just going to say there's nothing else on the court that could... A player called Martin Knight.
Yes, New Zealand.
Yeah, we played a doubles tournament in Darwin before the 2014 Commonwealth Games, and he went to wipe it was actually his racket hand on the wall, and you know how they make the court wider?
Yeah.
Where that join was on the glass, he ran his hand across it and took a massive chunk out of the bottom of his hand.
Really? On his right hand, obviously.
On his right hand, yeah.
That is a shocker.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Told you that doubles is a waste of time. Well, yeah, all the big guns are here, just overseeing this. Yeah, must have been from the floor.
Three minutes remaining. seconds remaining.
Well, Mohamed ElShorbagy back on court now. Getting that hand seen to the left hand. Just a bit of a scratch. Electing to keep the bloodstained shirt on, Paul.
Mr. ElShorbagy, do you have?
Well, they'd only just
Can
put
you
it on
change
in
your
between games,
t-shirt?
hadn't they?
Please, there's quite a lot of blood on that. I prefer that you change the shirt. Sorry.
All right, on cue. So, fresh change of t-shirt. And there is so another change of t-shirt. These players, Mohamed ElShorbagy would come into this match probably with 5 fresh t-shirts for 5 games.
Yeah. Yeah, he tends to change after every single game, doesn't he, ElShorbagy?
Well, I wonder who this kind of intermission, which has been considerable, is going to favour or not favour Paul.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe Shorbagy actually. I felt like Ibrahim in that last couple of points was just starting to sort of refocus and
Down.
start hitting with a bit more intensity and accuracy.
4-6.
He's absolutely pancaked that one in the tin.
You could see him lining up for that, couldn't you?
Yeah, right on cue, but it's given another bit of extra incentive for Mohamed ElShorbagy at 7-4 in this third.
Yeah, just extended the rally there, didn't he? Just chipped a few down that backhand wall.
Yes, left. 7-4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big point. See the animation there from Mohamed.
The whole court at his mercy there. So difficult to read. Very aggressive racket preparation. Take a brave man to move forward and have that area of the court covered. So it could quite easily be coming off his racket with blistering pace into the back. Again, just looks quite happy to lengthen the rallies. ElShorbagy, good tactic.
Yes, left. Yeah, again, he needs access to the ball.
No, it's not the exact.
I felt he just moved a little bit into his line. 8-4, right side.
Well, that is a poor shot. That really is. I mean, he executes in all sorts of unorthodox positions, but he was so upright on that one. It's really, really come off the ball. I don't want to take anything away from Mohamed ElShorbagy, who's changed things around, adapted better to these situations. But after the first game, Ibrahim really has at times gone into his shell, which is quite odd for somebody that's so active in taking the ball in. And that's a good show from the lefty. Crowd obviously enjoying that one.
Better for Ibrahim in that rally again.
6-9.
Just a bit more in terms of that accuracy into the back of the court. More proactive. He's got work to do though if he's going to find a way back into this third. It's a couple of monumental rallies.
Well, the gunslinger's starting to load up with some bullets now. Mohamed ElShorbagy, nervous look out. Can he keep his discipline though, Ibrahim? It's so hard to call it. So seems like a hair on the floor or something. He's getting rid of it.
Well, the drop was not anywhere near accurate enough there from ElShorbagy. Punished.
Well, this is a fascinating time now, Paul.
Big point. Huge.
Oh, he's managed to sneak hit. ElShorbagy, the wily old Dirk.
10-8, game ball.
2 game balls. I mean, that's monumental. What an advantage if he can convert this one.
Definitely got a bit close for comfort for ElShorbagy at the end of this third game. Pressure. Oh, can you believe it?
I can, Paul.
9-10. Game ball.
What's going to happen here? Service. ElShorbagy could go for something if it's a poor serve. Ibrahim. Game ball down.
Could hear a pin drop. Oh, he's got away with that, hasn't he? That was pretty wild from Shorbagy.
You weren't quite ready to get that. He was
If he
clearing,
really,
yes,
really,
lads.
truly believes in this, Ibrahim, he would have reviewed it. He hasn't done. This is loose. Oh, goodness me. Talk about get out of jail from Mohamed. Shorbagy's, yeah, he's managed to counter punch there, Mohamed ElShorbagy, and sneak this third game. And it is a sneaking of a third game for the Beast of Bristol. Quite deceptive third game with all the blood action earlier on from Mohamed ElShorbagy's left hand. But the number 3 seed leads his nemesis by 2-1.
The good news is, plant steroids help block the absorption of bad cholesterol into your bloodstream.
Well, relieved looking Mohamed ElShorbagy there as he takes a 2-1 lead. That got very close for comfort towards the end. A bit of a roller coaster of a game, really. Obviously the blood injury in there, but it was Shorbagy that came out to a fast and furious start in terms of the scoreboard, but the attacks from Shorbagy quite often coming from above. Just when you thought Ibrahim was starting to turn the screw himself and get back into it, Shorbagy manages to get that all-important last point on the board. Will be a relieved man, but this is by no means over.
Resume in 30 seconds.
Well, Youssef Ibrahim has got to really button down the hatches and show good discipline and mental fortitude here. He's always going to go for shots. He's always going to look to take winners, but there's got to be a bit more consistency and at times a bit more patience from the younger left-hander. Did all that hard work in that first game. It was an 18-minute first game, and after that, he's kind of taken his foot off the gas. And Shorbagy will be very tough to beat with a 2-1 lead as we go into the fourth.
Games to 1. Shorbagy to serve. Love all. Hand out. 1 love. Hand out. 1 all.
Yeah, this is not great. It's not encouraging, is it, for all the Ibrahim fans, Paul, at the early stages of his fourth?
Now's his time to really try to... Oh. Wow. I mean, that could not have been played with any more accuracy there from Mohamed ElShorbagy. Almost looked surprised himself by how good that was.
No let. Court service, please. Thank you.
Well, Ibrahim trying to eject a bit of pace now. He's got to do something. It's a better rally from Ibrahim. That was a little bit more like we saw in the first game.
ElShorbagy happy to accept the decision there.
I can't believe that. I mean, Ibrahim's serve only just made it over the service line. ElShorbagy smacking it in the tin. This has gone very...
Everything's happened so quickly on there. ElShorbagy was 4-1 up a second ago. Is there another twist in the tail?
No, you're through. You need to play. No let.
To whom?
Pardon?
Who won the point?
You did.
What? You. I played the shot. I played it. It's a stroke, and I showed you that I can play it.
Yeah, but you stopped.
What?
You stopped and appealed.
Yeah, because I was unbalanced while I was hitting.
And my decision is a no let.
Review.
Player review, ElShorbagy on the no let decision.
Well, Mohamed ElShorbagy saying that as he played this, he stopped. But then he's through the interference. To be fair, it's quite a bit of interference. If we see there, it's quite a wallop.
Quite off balance, isn't he?
No let, decision upheld. ElShorbagy has one review remaining. 5-4. You stopped the rally by shouting out.
You're right.
My decision
You're right.
is a no
You're right.
let.
You're right. You're right.
The decision is
You're right.
upheld.
You're right. I agree.
Continue, please.
I agree. I just can't stop my swing. If I'm hitting the shot, I can't
Yeah,
stop my
you
swing.
stopped and you appealed, and the decision was a no let. Continue.
Yeah, that's fine.
5-4.
Yeah, it's a bit of a desperate arse there, and he's starting to lose his focus. He's got to get his head back in gear.
6-4.
What a kind of up and down match, really, Paul, this one.
Absolutely is.
Stayed in by a whisker. Oh, that is an outrageous shot.
Has he got it back?
He did. I'll tell you what, if Ibrahim... Oh, it's still in play. That's wide. That is wide. If anyone wants an education on serious wit, check this one out. ElShorbagy is absolutely cranked this right round. Nearly hit Ibrahim in the back of the head with the second bounce. And that's the way to do it.
Needed that point, ElShorbagy. When he was 4-1 up in this fourth game, I thought the writing was on the wall.
VITAGEN.
Hand out, 5-6.
Superb, isn't it? Absolute superb accuracy from ElShorbagy. Very aggressive movement onto the ball. this has been some exceptional attacking squash from Mohamed ElShorbagy this last couple of games, a couple of rallies rather.
Yeah, he's on a bit of a tightrope here, Ibrahim. 2-1 down. Shorbagy 7-6.
Frustration there from Ibrahim.
8-6.
Sounds that quite a bit of that frustration is with himself because it was an unforced error.
Out 7-8.
Good get from Shorbagy.
Oh, I can't believe it. Again, Ibrahim was right behind him. He had an age to play that shot. Ibrahim would have seen it hit the tin. His eyes would have dilated with 8-all in this fourth. Will we be this to Paul?
Well, it's anyone's guess really. That's 2 unforced errors from Shorbagy in a row. And he'll be prepared to accept that.
Stroke to Ibrahim. Player review ElShorbagy on a stroke decision.
I think this is a good shout here from Shorbagy because he's laid that in and there is a bit of distance there. I think this could be possibly, oh, I don't know, his movement's not great though, is it? So I think he's been penalised here for the movement back into the line of Ibrahim. There. What would you give Paul if you were in the hot seat?
Oh, well, I tell you what, I'm not the best at being in hot seats, Joey. Yeah, the movement off it was not great. It was quite clever how he put that side spin on the ball to keep it tight and sort of running away, but movement. Well,
that's a massive overall. So just to be clear.
Was wrong.
What?
Well, look at this. Ibrahim thinks he's been given a stroke.
The referee decision is a no let.
Oh my God!
No, Mr. Ibrahim, please, no comments of that nature. The decision has been given as a no let.
Why?
Because there was a line to the right, is the explanation. Mr. Ibrahim, please do not continue with the comments. I've given the explanation. Accept it and play on.
Yeah, we've just got the terminology. The signals are a little bit confused on that one, and the right decision that the VR wanted was obviously the no let. Ibrahim has got to really keep his cool here.
Well, he's absolutely furious about that. He would have seen the word stroke come up on the screen, and
huge test mentally here for Ibrahim now. Huge test. 2-1 down, 1 point down, and a big decision going against him. Mohamed ElShorbagy
still fired up.
Yeah, just collapsing on the floor. Well, he's going to be. That's got to be a release. 9-all. Going to the wire once again with these two. Whatever happens, there's always that nervy excitement and drama. Mohamed somehow managing to put a smile in. Ibrahim is dying to serve. That's an outrageous shot from Ibrahim. Oh my word, he's doing some work. He's sliding all over the place. That's ridiculous. And that's the danger from the gunslinger. He was ripping round. The crowd absolutely loving that. They've woken up. Not that they needed to be, because they're not jet lagged. Game ball to take this into a fifth. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. And Ibrahim suddenly comes back into the fold. And again, another 5-gamer between these two players. England, Egypt out there, Paul. And at the moment, it's a draw. 71 minutes, 2 games apiece, with a guaranteed 5th and final game coming up for us here in Singapore at the CBC Arena.
Wowzers is all I can say to that. I mean, where do you start with that game? Shorbagy came out firing early on, took a quick 4-1 lead, looked to be starting to march his way to victory here in the 4th game, but Ibrahim managed to fire himself up and get back into it. And then there was that strange situation at 8-all where Ibrahim thought he'd won the point and turned out to have been a no-let, but it seemed to fire him up. He was like a man possessed in that last few rallies, and he's managed to get it across the line and force the 5th.
60 seconds. On court, please. Two games all. Ibrahim to serve. Each player has 1 review available. Love all.
Well, pure drama in this match, as we suspected there would be. The 5th and final game. Youssef Ibrahim
1-0.
absolutely fired up, to say the very least, in that last few points of the 4th. And carry some of that fire into this early stage of the 5th.
Thank you. What was called not up.
Yeah, it looked like a carry.
Hand out. 1-0.
Very sportsmanlike. Ibrahim. Pure pressure from Shorbagy. Keeps coming back though. Oh.
I say good to review. Player review of Shorbagy on the good decision.
going to check the pickups there from Youssef Ibrahim. Some unbelievable retrieval in that rally. Oh, that's down. Clearly down.
Yeah, clearly down. That's a double bounce from Ibrahim. 1, 2. Yeah, it's very, very down.
Not good. Decision overruled. ElShorbagy has 1 review remaining. 2-1 right side.
Very severe rally there from Shorbagy. Certainly carving it in from everywhere. He's absolutely nowhere near that, Ibrahim.
3-1.
How many times have we seen Shorbagy just chop that drop shot in from that position?
Yeah, it was a brilliant shot. And Shorbagy started perfectly here. The effort that Mohamed ElShorbagy is putting in, Paul, at the beginning of this 5th game is beyond considerable. And that's what he's like. He's coughing away. He's obviously not 100%, but he's coming to this. He's making a
clinching the first. Just gone a little bit off, but as we said about Mohamed ElShorbagy, how many times do we see him find a way in situations like this? Be a brave person to back against him. Ah.
got exactly what it deserved. He set himself beautifully in an orthodox position there. It was a loopy, wild boast from Ibrahim. Tied it up nicely. So Shorbagy in great order. On the scoreboard.
And out. 2-6.
Well, Paul, you've got a few murmurings in the stomach, and it's not just because you're hankering after your lunch. Who do you think is going to take this one now with this situation here?
I'm still sticking with Shorbagy. Not just because he's got a 3-point cushion,
Down.
just in situations like this.
And out. 7-3.
There it is. So Mohamed ElShorbagy finds the corner.
8-3.
He's running on fumes, but he's just putting in the hard yards. This is all mental here from Mohamed ElShorbagy.
Well, he's just lifting everything in this rally. far off, was it? Just clipped the top of the tin.
4-8. Stroke to ElShorbagy. Player review Ibrahim. On the stroke decision.
Well, I want to review each in this fifth game, and Ibrahim lays in a ball. It's very, very loose. This could well be upheld here,
Yeah.
Paul. It's not cleared at all, and the line straight through him.
Yeah.
Stroke to ElShorbagy, decision upheld. Ibrahim has no reviews remaining. 9-4.
Ibrahim trying to get eye contact with the referee there in the middle of the point. Obviously thought the ball was down earlier.
Down.
Can you check it, please?
Video referee, can we please check? Mr. No, I'm going to check it, I'm not sure. Can we please check Mr. Shorbagy's pickup in the front left?
Well, my gut feeling was it was okay from Mohamed ElShorbagy. Yeah, it was fine. It was way up. It's very, very clear there. Again, good camera work. Watch this now.
Mr. Ibrahim, can you use your towel and be ready to continue after the review, please? Thank you.
Yeah, it was way up.
Yeah.
Got underneath it. It was good.
All good in the hood.
10-4. Match ball.
6 match balls
Put the
for
towel back in the towel box, please. Thank you.
6 match balls for Mohamed ElShorbagy to get his second win over Youssef Ibrahim on the PSA World Tour. A very, very tough driller. Lucky number 3.
Well, this fifth game seems to have run the way of Mohamed ElShorbagy, whichever way you look at it. Experience has shone through here.
Shorbagy gets the result.
11-4. Match to ElShorbagy. 3 games.
Very, very tough draw in the second round.
11-13, 11-4, 11-9, 9-11, 11.
And he'll be over the moon to get through. He will have a rest day as well to get that war-weary body back in order. But mentally, he was very, very tough. And that's what got him through. 83 minutes. There was a bit of an extension to that third game due to the blood injury for Mohamed ElShorbagy, but overcoming the younger Youssef Ibrahim by 3 games to 2. We're hearing from him now with Lo Week 1.
Playing Youssef is always a mental battle. The physical battle is in every match, you know, so maybe with him the physicality is a little bit more because he moves me more than other players. Very tricky, left-handed, very talented. But mentally, you know, I was 3-love down head-to-head with him, and now we're 3-all. So I'm quite proud at this stage of my career I can compete with him and can get that head-to-head even. And then we can restart our matches from the beginning now. Now we're love all. So, but he's one of the most talented players on tour, if not the most talented player on tour. I'm a fan of his game. I love watching him play. I enjoy watching him. There is no doubt that he's going to win a lot of the big majors one day. This is, I was talking with him yesterday, actually, this is his first full season. So there is so much learning to do for him this year. And next year is, I mean, this season already is a nightmare to play. But to get him here first round was very, very brutal for me. He was probably the worst match to get first match, really. But very proud to win, very happy to win, and really looking forward to be in another match here.
So as I was saying earlier, when I was looking through the head-to-heads, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's any other player who has beaten you more in the head-to-heads than Youssef. I could be wrong. But, I mean, you brought it back even today. After losing the fourth, were you a bit doubtful or were you very confident in the fifth?
Well, you've seen my career since I was 10 years old, so you know all about it. So I'm sure you don't need to even look at it on the internet. You probably know all of it. You've watched all of my matches live. I've watched all of yours live. So really nice to have you here, you know. And you've been amazing, even in the function at here. It's been amazing to see you and have a player who has done it all to be here with us. So it's amazing. Thanks for being here. But back to Youssef, you know, when I lost the fourth, it was a little bit like Qatar. I was up in the fourth. And he got back at me and won it, and it was a brutal fifth game, but I tried to stay as positive as I can. Very lucky to have my brother with me, especially after that fourth game, to keep me positive. Especially, I did not have a great start to the season, so it was very easy to go negative. So really happy to go through, honestly, and really looking forward to play my younger brother now.
I won't put you on the spot and ask you whether you're looking forward to play your brother, but I'm sure you're looking forward to the off day and coming back on court again. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome, please, round of applause for Mohamed ElShorbagy.
Well, once again, Mohamed ElShorbagy finds a way to navigate himself through a very tough encounter there against the Egyptian left-hander Youssef Ibrahim. He's not always had his own way against Ibrahim, but he found a way there, and in the fifth game had to come back on after a dramatic end to the fourth game, and it was one-way traffic right the way through that fifth. Absolute stellar performance in the end there from Mohamed ElShorbagy, and he's got a date with his brother after a rest day tomorrow.
Well, we've had the results through, and for the first part of today's play, it was Al Arabi looking sharp. Mohamed ElShorbagy was 2-1 up. Unfortunately, Sebastian Bomele tearing his hamstring nastily. Nearly Gillis comfortable, and then another 5-game thriller. Mohamed ElShorbagy getting his third win over Youssef Ibrahim, bringing that head-to-head as an even Steven. Gina Kennedy will kick off against Melissa Alves. We've got Malaysian interest with Yao and Rachel Arnold, and also Ali Farag coming into the fold at 7:30 if we're on schedule here. But for now, we'll be back in just under an hour for part 2 of round 2 of this VITAGEN Singapore Squash Open 2023.